your boy HK. Cheers.
And Gigi.
You already know what it is. Racing fans, stand up. Today we got something different. The insane world of sidecar racing. We were learning it's so many different types of races. You got TT, the motorcycle race. You got F1. You got, now we're on to the sidecar racing.
Which looks so cute.
I know, it looks like they're so small. I'm like, how are they driving that little thing?
It looks like, I haven't been, but Universal has that Harry Potter ride where it's like a motorcycle and a little sidecar. That's
what that is? That's what it looks like?
Cute.
I have never seen a sidecar in real life. Maybe, I don't know. So, you ready for this? Let's get it, man. Like, how subscribe, let's go. Oh, my bad, y'all. Let's go.
This is sidecar racing and it's absolutely crazy. They are three-wheeled bikes that can hit 160 miles an hour on the residential streets of the Isle of Man. But what's incredible is that it takes two people to drive this thing. One on the controls and one manipulating the balance of the bike. And controlling this thing at that...
You think we could do that?
No.
Okay, let's ask right now. Who would be controlling who's doing the speed, I guess?
I will be in the car. I'll be in the buggy.
You'll be in the buggy?
You can be the one flopping in the wind.
I'm dead.
That sort of speed with walls, curbs and blind crests must be terrifying, but not as much as being the passenger whilst doing that. So today, let me explain the engineering and the insane driving skill behind sidecar racing. This is a Formula 2 sidecar, around 130 horsepower, 350 kilograms, including the riders, and a top speed of well over 160 miles per hour. They run standard 600cc 4-stroke bike engines and racing slicks. The speed they travel at is honestly astonishing. Now,
Tilt it one way or the other.
So maybe I would be the one kind of...
See, so I'm right. I would be the one in the
We'll
car.
let the comments do that. Yeah, comment down below. Let us know if the heaviest person...
Sidecar racing is huge, with many different classes and events, from circuits like Brands Hatch and Alton Park to the scariest of them all, the Isle of Man Snaefell Mountain Course. The Isle of Man, statistically the most dangerous races in the world, and by quite some margin. The number of horrific crashes is endless, but despite this, hundreds of racers across bikes, superbikes and sidecars rock up every year to take it on. And whilst I do moan about organisers making tracks too sterile at the moment with massive runoffs, the risks at the TT are far higher than I personally would take. One misjudgment or one mechanical failure could send you off a hill or into a brick wall. The track weaves through tight island roads for 38 miles with tight sections and more open weaving sections where riders are flat out for minutes.
38 miles? You know how much focus they have to be for 38
yeah.
miles? Golly.
You really gotta be on your rested.
That's what, about an hour drive?
Fed. Use the restroom beforehand.
Sheesh.
At a time. These sidecars manage an average of 120 miles per hour around these 200 turns. And to put this into perspective, the top class of superbikes, which are far, far lighter, manage this with a 130 miles per hour average. The TT is a time trial event that is held over a fortnight. 1 week of practice, and you're going to need every minute of that, and a week of races. They set the riders off 10 seconds apart. So whilst you are racing the clock, if you're quick, you have to put in some ballsy overtakes too. If you want to see loads of quality footage on this, check out the Freewheeling channel linked below. And thank you to them for supplying a lot of the footage for this video. And this track would be terrifying in a car, with 4 wheels and a roll cage, one driver, and the ability to take left and right-handed corners at the same sort of speed. But sidecars have none of these things. But before we get into it, some lingo. The sidecar itself is called an outfit. The person on the right is called the driver, and the madman who's hanging off the side is called a passenger. Anyway, from an engineering perspective, what makes these sidecars unusual is that they aren't symmetrical. They have 2 wheels in line and then one on the side. So when when I'm driving on track, whether it's in Caterhams or Formula One cars, you get a feel for the car's cornering ability and then apply this to both left-handers and right-handers. However, these sidecars actually take right-handers far quicker than left-handers. And this is down to, in right-handers, the outfit leaning on that sidecar wheel, where in left-handers, the whole thing wants to tip over. Years ago, these outfits used to look more like a bike and sidecar. However, now they are bespoke racing units with advanced aero and much improved performance. They are powered by a single rear wheel, the one behind the driver, and are steered by the front wheel through some very small handlebars. They can also outbrake superbikes down to the huge slick tyres and the enormous car brakes that stop all three wheels. And look here, they use flat racing tyres.
There's no, what is it, tread?
Yeah, it looks like there's no tread on them.
They're just smooth.
Y'all let us know why there's no tread, but we learned a lot.
Or maybe that's a worn out one, and they have to put new tires on.
Yeah, maybe that's after like the race or something.
Yeah. You're
probably right. Y'all let us know, what would y'all rather do? Like the motorcycle one or the sidecar with your homie? Comment down below, that's the question of the video. Comment down below. What would you rather do? I mean, if you knew how to do. Like if you was code at the motorcycle, would you rather do motorcycle or do a sidecar with me, you know?
I don't know, because then I'm putting my life into the passenger's hand. I'm assuming I won't be the passenger.
No, you wouldn't be the passenger. I don't know. Like you said.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm like, ooh, the motorcycle's like, it's really on you. But this one's like, you really got to trust your partner.
Yeah.
If you don't trust your partner, don't do it.
To lean the right way, to put enough weight, to move.
Because if your partner makes a wrong decision, then...
Yeah, or if they like go for it, but then stop and I don't know.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's tough.
That's the question for the day. Comment down below, let us know, man. I'm going to be reading them.
Rather than the rounded bike tyres, so they have a much larger contact patch, so more grip in the corners and especially on the brakes. Now to the question I'm sure you're all wondering, what about the dude on the back? Well, they are called passengers, or more casually, monkeys. And that kind of makes sense. These guys have to be incredibly fit just to hold on at these speeds and G-forces. Their role is to maintain the balance of the outfit. Without them, the sidecar just wouldn't work. It would be minutes a lap slower around the TT course. So they cling on, staying out of the airflow on the straights and hang off either side around the corners, essentially making up for the uneven handling of the sidecar. Around right-handers, they climb over the top of the driver to keep the weight on the inside tyres. Then on left-handers, they hand precariously over the side of the bike. And this is the bit that looks the most sketchy. They very often skid their backs along the surface of the track and can even get knocked off if the driver gets it wrong. Along the straights, they duck out of the airflow, then pop up in the braking zones to add as much drag as possible.
Ooh, you said they skid their backs?
Yeah, because they're like laying almost.
Man, if y'all ever had a carpet burn, imagine that to like 10 million. Oh my God.
A concrete burn.
Oh my God, that would hurt. I just feel it right now.
I scraped my knee a couple times and that was terrible.
Don't you hate when you scrape stuff and then you get like the little rolled up skin? Oh. Yeah. I can't imagine what that burns. It just burns. Oh man, shout out to them, man. Shout out to the passengers. They're really doing it.
Then as the driver turns into the corner, they have to quickly but carefully get in position so that the bike sticks. So in a car, you trail brake into the corner, meaning you gently release the brake pressure as you enter. This is all to transfer the weight of the car as gently as possible. On a sidecar, the driver is still doing this, but with the added component of another person moving around too. And it must be so tough to coordinate these two things perfectly. Some passengers even count or feel the bumps. Also, they don't need to pop their head up to see when the next corner is coming, which around a 38-mile lap is mighty impressive. As you can imagine, it takes enormous trust from both parties. The driver has to trust that the passenger will be in place to give him grip when he needs it. Then the passenger has to trust the driver that he's got his estimations right. The passengers hold on to a few specific handles. The main one is in the centre of the bike. The riders hold this through the highest G sections, the braking zones, where they have to be up pretty high on the bike whilst the driver is on the anchors. Then there are several smaller holds around the sidecar for the cornering sections, as well as a specially shaped platform with places for the passenger to jam their foot in for grip.
Platforms, you know what I'm saying? So you put your legs and your butt, all that makes sense.
Crouch in there.
Perfect, like you're perfectly in there.
So it's a little bit sunken.
Wow, so they really are controlling, the passengers really controlling the
They're
bike.
in charge.
Yeah, they're in charge.
But that's what I'm saying. I would be looking.
Yeah, I would be on it.
Some of them can feel the bumps. No.
Maybe like the guy who's driving, like, left, we got a left. And he automatically hops up and do that. We got a right.
But he said that a lot of them can feel it. Like
they just know when it's like,
and they know it's going to happen. No.
I don't trust my instinct. I don't trust my instinct like that. I'm watching the whole thing behind your shoulder.
It really is like rock climbing at 150 miles per hour. Now, what I find mad is also what the driver has to do. It's not like a car where the grip is more predictable and the balance of the car is pretty steady. The most a car changes is when the tyres wear or the fuel burns off, both of which happen slowly and predictably. But on these bikes, if the passenger isn't in the right place at exactly the right time, the bike won't have the grips you expect it to. There really are two people steering these sidecars. But the thing I can't get over is the enormous risk that every driver takes on this track. Many of the riders have rituals where they hug their families every time they get on the bike at this track, even in practice. There are too many crashes, many of which are tragic, so you can imagine the nerves when sat at that start line. But as we all know, all motorsport can be dangerous, and we go into it knowing the risks. The skill, composure and dedication from these riders demands huge respect. One thing I had to find out was, how do you build up to doing this? How do you first learn the ropes in hanging off the side of a sidecar at silly speeds? Well, just like what karting is to single-seaters, miniature sidecars is to sidecars. These are awesome. They are called mini F1 sidecars and they race on kart circuits. The race...
Comment down below if you want me and Gigi to do that, man.
Like fun, I'll do that.
We gotta find a sidecar racing thing.
I'll be all over that. I will be the passenger in that little sidecar.
That's what I'm saying. We can try it. We can see how good we are.
My little legs out to the side, climbing all over.
And we'll take
the best
turns.
Little passenger I can be.
Yes, we'll take turns.
Yeah.
Driver, passenger, driver. You know, get a GoPro. Post it for you guys.
That looks like fun.
That looks fun.
I would do that.
Yeah, that's a little bit more.
Racing is brilliant with some awesome battles and some massive sends. You can really see how the passengers move the way around, getting on the inside of each corner, hanging way off the side of the outfit. You should watch this video where we explain another mad class of motorsport. Thanks very much for watching, and thank you all for 700,000.
Snap, yo. I see something I might want to watch. Y'all let us know down below. The world's fastest go-kart racing.
I know. I love go-karts.
I've been loving this racing journey. Just everything has to do with racing.
These sidecar ones were cool. I didn't even know that was a real... I knew sidecars were a real thing. I didn't know people raced them.
Shout out to my boy.
And then it depended on the weight. That's crazy.
Shout out to my boy on the live. He's the one who told us to go check this out. One of y'all was on the live and said, bro, you had to check out sidecar racing.
I like it.
So I was like,
this might be my favorite type of racing.
I know. So
it just looks cute and fun.
It looks very fun. And it's inclusive.
Especially the little practice one. I want to find that little practice one.
Oh, yeah.
I would go.
I would go. I want to do the practice. Get a group of
friends and everyone races as they're practicing.
Yeah. Cool. Y'all know what y'all gotta do next, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And also, if they got one with the crashes on here, I gotta see it. I got to see sidecar crazy crashes. Because I want to know what it
looks like since they're so low to the ground. And that the guy's there.
Yeah, that's all skid. Y'all let us know, man. I'm excited for this more racing videos, man. This your boy Adrian.
And Gigi.
Peace.